All right, you entered into a plea bargain agreement of no contest. Was your plea on December 18th? Court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court found you guilty.
Right out of the gate, this is serious. A no contest plea means she's not admitting guilt outright, but she's accepting the conviction and the punishment. And notice something critical. The judge is locking in the record step by step. Every "do you understand?" matters. In appeals, those words can make or break a case. Question for you, do you think she fully understood what she was agreeing to here?
Previous convictions, that's a state jail felony. Did you understand that to be the plea?
What?
All right, according to your plea bargain agreement, the state is asking that you be sentenced no more than 12 years in the state jail facility. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
They are asking that your fine be $1,500. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
They don't want you to have probation. Do you understand?
I have to say so.
Now, here's the thing. Now is not the time to say anything. Now's the time to just answer the questions that I'm asking of you. Do you understand that the state is asking that you be sentenced anywhere from 180 days up to 1 year in the state jail facility? Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand that they're asking that your fine be assessed at $1,500? Do you understand that they don't want you to have probation? They want you sentenced to time at the state jail facility. Do you understand?
Now this is where things shift. The plea was already entered, but a PSI, that's a pre-sentence investigation, changes everything. This report digs deep into her background, criminal history, mental health, substance use, all of it. Judges rely heavily on this. So even if there was a deal on the table, what's in that PSI can absolutely influence what happens next.
Do you understand that to be your plea?
That they want, yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is the plea.
State, is that the plea? State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
End of flashback.
And a PSI and TAP evaluation was ordered. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 12 months in the state jail facility, and there's a $1,500 fine. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI or TAP evaluation, State?
Objection.
No objection.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, State, you are opposed to the application. Any witnesses?
No witnesses, Judge.
Any witnesses?
Just my client.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll lower your hand and state your name for the record.
Adani Sabs.
All right, you may proceed, defense.
Ms. Hobbs, can you just tell the judge why we're applying for probation today?
I realized I made some bad choices and stuff like that. Because my last son is graduating this year and he's going to the Marines.
I'm sorry, it's
He's
going
going to
through
the Marines.
Okay,
And I haven't been there, so my kids, but I was there, recently, lately and stuff, and I've been working very hard. I don't do drugs anymore. I don't do none of that stuff. I just have a little bit of alcohol problem, but
That 100% confidence sounds powerful. But here's the problem. Courts don't look at promises, they look at patterns. And when someone has prior probation revocations, judges become skeptical fast. Emotionally, you can feel she wants this. Legally, she has a mountain to climb. Do you believe people deserve another chance after multiple violations?
that's it. But other than that, I really want to see my son leave.
And Ms. Hobbs, do you understand that you have an issue with alcohol?
Yes, I do.
And do you also have some mental health issues? Is that right?
Yes, I do. I'm bipolar and PTSD.
And are you asking the judge to give you some help today to get some treatment for the alcohol issues and your mental health issues?
Yes, I do. Yes, I will. Yes, I am.
And if the judge grants you this probation or deferred revocation, are you going to be able to successfully complete that probation?
100%. My baby's yes, 100%.
Ms. Hobbs, tell me a little bit about your living situation. Where are you living right now?
I live with my mother-in-law's house, and she left it to my sister-in-law now. They've been there for over 50 years. I lived right with my husband before he passed away 7 years ago, right behind the street next to, behind K Street and stuff, where my mother-in-law lives for 15 years. And then after he passed away, I moved to my mother-in-law's.
And so how long have you been living in that house?
I lived there for at least 8 years now, since my husband passed.
And who else is in the house with you?
My sister-in-law, my 3 boys.
And how old are your boys?
My boys, my oldest one is 20, and my second to the oldest one is 18, and this one is 17. My youngest is 17.
And before you were arrested for this offense, had you been working?
Yes, down the street where it's all older people and stuff, and I clean their houses for them and stuff like that. I've been there for 5 years, cleaning the same houses. Up and down the street, I got 6 on my street, and on the street after that, I have 2 more houses over there.
And Ms. Hobbs, is that the kind of job that you would be able to pick back up when you're released?
Yes, ma'am. I know a lot of people for forever. Yes, sir.
Okay. Judge, I think that's all I've got for right now.
All right. Any questions?
Ms. Sobbs, so you would agree with me that you have a criminal record that dates back to the year 1997, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been placed on probation multiple times in misdemeanor and felony cases, is that correct?
Yeah, 3 times, and then there's supposedly 3 times. I passed 1.
Okay. Well, okay, let's talk about that a little. So in 1997, you were placed on misdemeanor probation for theft. And originally, you were given 1 year deferred adjudication. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Okay. And so then on that one, you had multiple motions to find you guilty, and then you were found guilty, and then a motion to revoke your probation and send you to...
The question every judge asks in repeat offender cases. What's different this time? This is the turning point. If she can't clearly explain growth, accountability, and a real change in circumstances, probation becomes a very tough sell. Courts need specifics, not just regret.
The Bexar County Jail was filed. Do you recall that?
And we call it that, it's been so long. I'm 50 years old now, so.
I understand. And so then on that probation, you ultimately got sentenced to 6 months Bexar County Jail. Does that sound about right?
Okay.
Okay. And then again in 2008, you are placed on deferred adjudication, and multiple motions to revoke are filed, and then ultimately you're sentenced to 11 months in Bexar County Jail. Does that sound about right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then in 2015, you were placed on felony probation, and then had about 3 motions to revoke your probation, and then ultimately sentenced to 9 months in state jail. Does that sound about right?
Okay.
And then as recently as 2023, you were found guilty of the felony offense of theft of property and sentenced to 6 months in state jail. Does that sound about right? Okay. And so what is different now than all the other times that you were on probation and unable to successfully?
Back then, I was running wild and stuff like that. I grew up a lot. I'm 50 years old, my kids, now that they're older and stuff, I see a lot that I've done that I haven't done with them, that they're grown up already, and I regret
Bad financial decision.
a lot of things got done. But, I was taking me a lot of things that away from me and stuff, and I just, like I said, my son is going to go to the Marines, and I'm so proud of him. I just want to be there.
And I understand this. And so I know you've acknowledged that you have an issue with alcohol, but when the top evaluator asked you if you had any...
The judge openly admits she didn't know the full criminal history when the plea was taken. And now that she sees the pattern of thefts and revocations, the tone changes. But instead of shutting the door, she pivots. That's judicial discretion in action. Instead of jail only, she's considering a specialty court. which tells me she's seeing addiction and mental health as the root issue.
Any issues with any like drugs or illegal substances? You said no, right?
No, I told her I had weed. I had some weed, you know.
Okay, so that's kind of what I want to
medicating.
So that's what I want to talk to you about, because you told her that you don't have an issue with marijuana, but on the date that you were arrested, you were in possession.
I told her I was self-medicating with my weed.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
Okay. So I guess you're telling the court that at this time you have an issue with marijuana and alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you. No further questions.
All right. Of course, I'm never aware of anyone's criminal history at the time I take a plea. I become aware of it after the plea. Based upon what I'm seeing in her criminal history, it's a lot of thefts. It's a lot of other cases. And there are some drug issues. And it seems that that's the cause of the cases that she was placed on.
And this is the dramatic twist. Rather than simply enforcing the 12-month sentence, the judge grants the application, but keeps her in custody pending evaluation. That's accountability and opportunity wrapped together. Esperanza Court is intensive. It's not an easy way out. It's structured supervision with treatment. So here's the big question. Is this rehabilitation? Or just one last chance before the system says enough?
Probation for and that were revoked. So there are other things that are going on. So, does anyone think it's appropriate to do a referral to Esperanza Court?
I have a question.